Cristiano, let me start just by asking you, why are you doing this interview with me?
Because I think it's the time to say something. And because I like you. As simple as that.
Well, don't say that in public. Well, I like you too, and I appreciate it because I think that you've had to sustain a lot of criticism this year in particular, probably more than at any stage in your career. And I think it's time to set the record straight and to clear up a few things, not least, I suspect, for the fans of Manchester United. You must be wondering what the hell's been going on.
Oh, as I say many times, the fans, I'm always gonna say good about them. They are the most important things in the football. You play for them. They're always in my side. I feel that every time when I walk in the streets, the fans coming to me and they appreciate what I do for football. And for me, it's the most important in football. The fans, for me, is everything.
I want to take you back to last summer. You're at Juventus, and there's massive speculation about where you're going to go. And the big rumour is that you're going to go to Manchester City. So first of all, how close was that to happening?
Well, honestly, it was close. It was close, something that they spoke. As my history in Manchester United, your heart, your feeling, the history that you did before, make the difference. And of course, as well, Sir Alex Ferguson. So I was surprised in the same way, but it was conscious decision because the heart speaking loud in that moment.
You were a Manchester United legend, so when you say your heart led you, it's because of that, the history you had with the club and the relationship you maintained with Sir Alex, with the fans.
I think it was the key. It was the difference in that moment. But I cannot be loyal if I will say that Manchester City wasn't close. But I did conscious decision. I don't regret at some point. And as you mentioned before, Sir Alex Ferguson was the key.
Did you speak to him before you
Yes,
came
I
back?
did. Yes, I did. I spoke. And
what did he say to you to try and persuade you?
He said to me that it's impossible for you to come to Manchester City. And I say, okay, boss. I was with conscience that it was a good decision.
You came back and it couldn't have started better. You played at Old Trafford. Yeah, you won 4-1 against Newcastle. You scored twice. Sir Alex was there, loving it, obviously, the return of the prodigal son. Your mother was there, the return of her own son. Your mother was crying, obviously.
Obviously, yes.
But what a comeback. How did that feel that day when you came off the pitch?
Well, that feeling was amazing, but not only the day of the game. I felt before the week before that everything changed. The world speak about me, Cristiano, back home, back where they belong. So it was a special moment to be back to Manchester United, to perform for our fans, and of course to score 2 goals was the best welcome that I received in Old Trafford. It was a memorable day and unbelievable day too.
The Viva Ronaldo chant went up?
Yes, Viva Ronaldo.
You like hearing that?
Be back, of course I did,
yeah.
As I told you before.
2 things happened, I think, within 24 hours of you re-signing for United. One, you broke the all-time record for shirt sales in 24 hours. You actually beat a guy called Messi at PSG. You must have been happy about that.
Of course I do. As you know, I don't follow the records. The records follow me. So.
And the other one was the Manchester United tweet announcing that you were rejoining the club was the most tweeted or most liked tweet, I think, in Twitter history.
It's good, as I told you before. It was a good moment. Nobody expect, because things around, in my opinion, you plan, or they spoke, not only Manchester City but other clubs too, spoke about your name, that you will change Juventus for another club. But Manchester United wasn't there, wasn't in that pot of that teams, but surprised everybody, even me, to be honest.
Things weren't going well at Manchester United. The club just wasn't firing. And in the end, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the manager, got sacked. And that's within like 2 months of you coming back. What were you feeling about what was going on at United? And what did you feel generally about the club itself and the state that the club was in compared to when you'd been there before?
Piers, to be honest, when I signed for Manchester United, I thought everything was changed, because it's 13 years that I changed. I was in Real Madrid 9 years and 3 in Juventus. And when I arrived, I thought everything will be different, you know, the technology, the infrastructures and everything. But I was surprised in a bad way, let's say in that way, because and Manchester, it wasn't in that moment that, as you mentioned, that Oli was sacked, Michael Carrick the job for 2 games, Villarreal and Chelsea away, and everything was a lot, instability in the club. Everything was kind of the same that I
hadn't moved on.
No, they stopped on the clock, in my opinion, which is something that surprised me. I didn't expect. And slowly they start to change, even the windows, the new players and stuff for me, because I didn't expect that. And
because when you were there before, if Manchester United wanted a player under Sir Alex Ferguson, they normally got their man. Right now, it's a very different environment after many years of failure, since United weren't getting the top players anymore. Dynamic changing as well, because you would have been used before to them. If they wanted top players, they got them.
I was surprised. I thought when I signed, that they signed in that year Sancho and Varane plus me, that things will be in the way that Manchester should be. Sir Alex Ferguson